This is the plaintiff, Courtney. She says she hired the defendant to do her and her bridesmaids' makeup on her wedding day. And the woman never showed. There she was on her big day with her 7 bridesmaids and no makeup artist. The defendant claims she lost her phone and was stuck in New York City, but how's that any of her problem? Bottom line, she's suing this unprofessional woman for every penny of the $1,045 she's out. This is the defendant, Michaela Wilson. She says she lost her phone and had no way of contacting the plaintiff because her number was in the lost phone. This was an emergency, and her contract states she isn't responsible for things that are out of her control. Besides, the woman's wedding was 3 hours away, and she refused to pay her for travel, and she was giving her a deal in the first place, and there was no way she could afford to travel that far without getting paid for it. She's accused of bumming out a bride.
All parties, please use your right hand. You seated, come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Courtney,
Yes.
you had hired Michaela Wilson to be a makeup artist for you for your big day.
Yeah.
Is this your husband?
Yes.
Okay, good, because if you brought another date, it would be really weird. All right, so how did you find out about her?
So I was going for my engagement photo shoot, and my hairstylist was originally supposed to do my makeup, but she was like really booked, and she referred Michaela to me.
Okay, and then did she do your engagement shoot?
She did. She did my engagement shoot. I thought she did a really great job.
Okay.
And I thought that she might be good for my wedding, which was 7 months later.
Okay, so there was plenty of time. So, so you hire her, and how much of a deposit do you give her?
I paid her a $70 deposit for the wedding.
All right, and how much was the whole wedding going to cost?
$245.
And that was going to be to do you, the bride, as well as whom else?
My bridesmaids,
How many?
6 of them.
Oh, that's all right. So that's a deal.
Yes.
Yeah. And your wedding was to be where?
In Egg Harbor City, New Jersey.
Egg Harbor City, New Jersey, which is how far away from where she is?
About a 2.5-hour drive.
Did she know that?
She did, and she was scheduled to drive in with
She
my
did
hair.
or she didn't?
She did, and
Okay.
she was scheduled to drive in with my hairstylist.
Oh, okay. So she knew about it, and it was not a problem. She was going to hitch a ride, and she didn't care. All right. So you end up hiring her for a date before your wedding.
Multiple.
Multiple. So did you, like, dates that have nothing to do with the wedding?
Well, one date has something to do with the wedding.
Was a bachelorette party, but what other
Correct.
dates did you hire her?
She also did my bridal shower. She did
And
my
that worked out fine?
Yes.
Did she do something else that worked out fine?
Yeah, she did my engagement photo shoot and my bridal shower that turned out fine.
Those are the two that turned out fine. So now it's the day of your bachelorette party, and what happened?
Michaela originally was supposed to come at 10 a.m., but the night before when I reached out to her, she told me she needed to come at 9 a.m. because she had an interview at 11. I said, okay, no problem. The following morning, I woke up at 8 o'clock. I messaged her, see you soon. She let me know she was running late. She would be coming closer to 10. I said, okay, but you're going to miss your interview. She told me not to worry about it. As it got closer to the time that she was supposed to arrive, she let me know she was actually going to go to the interview first and then come to me.
What time was the bachelorette party?
The bachelorette party was at 3 o'clock in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
So you had to drive over there. So what happened?
I let her know I needed to leave at 11:30 sharp, that I couldn't leave later than that. So she kept pushing the times around, and I eventually had to call her and let her know, don't come because you're not going to make it in enough time to do my makeup. Can you return my deposit? She said, okay, no problem.
Did she?
She did not.
How much was that deposit?
It was $45.
All right. And then what happens? Now, that would scare me.
It did.
I don't need more than that to say you're fired for my wedding, because that would scare me to high heaven. But it didn't scare you.
It did
because
scare
you
me.
looked so pretty at those other 2 times, and you wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt.
I did.
Right. I'd have fired her immediately.
It
so
did
now,
scare me, but it was my bachelorette party was actually 2 days before my wedding, and it wasn't contracted. So I thought, okay, well, we have a contract for my wedding. She's not going to flake on a contract. So while I was
How'd that go for you?
Right, exactly.
So what happened?
The day of the wedding, I woke up at 7:25 in the morning. I messaged the makeup artist and the hairstylist. I asked, how far are you guys? My hairstylist called me and let me know she was at Michaela's house calling her Ringing the bell, Michaela wasn't responding.
Because everybody was supposed to be at your place at what time?
9. They were supposed to come to my hotel room at 9 o'clock.
And then what time did you have to be to the next place?
We were supposed to start hair and makeup at 9, and then we were supposed to go to the venue at 2:30 to start, the getting ready photos and things of that nature.
Wow, you're gonna have hair and makeup done for like 5 hours before your wedding.
But it was 6 other girls, plus
who
the
they also
mother
had to
of the
do.
groom.
So you would have gone last in line or something. All right,
I
so
was
then what
second to
happened?
last. She let me know that she waited outside
Certainly
30
after
minutes.
your mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
She let me know she was waiting outside 30 minutes for Michaela. Michaela wasn't responding. She said, I have to leave because I'm going to be late at this point waiting on her.
And she had to leave to drive to Atlantic City.
Right.
So they were ringing your doorbell. Where the heck were you?
No one was ringing my doorbell. Because if she
why
was,
would she lie about that? She's supposed to pick you up.
Yeah.
She's talking to the bride. She needs you to go because you're the makeup person who she referred. Why would she lie about that?
I don't know why would she lie, but no one rung my bell at all.
You understand that you sound like you're lying, right?
No, but no one rung my bell.
I know, but were you not there? Did you sleep out? Did
No,
you
I was
forget
there.
about this? What
I
happened?
was there and I contacted her. She never was.
Contacted who?
Once I got back my phone because
What happened to your phone?
I lost my phone the night because I was working with my sister, and it was like a night job that I do with her sometimes on the weekend, and I realized I didn't have my phone the next day. And then when I recovered my phone back with my son's phone, with the Find My iPhone, the person contacted me and I met up with them to get my phone and I reached out.
Okay, but hold on. You know you were supposed to be in somebody's car at 9, at what time?
At 7, yeah.
Right.
7 something.
So where were you at 7 something?
I was home. If you were to ask the hairstylist what's my address and my bell number, she would not know.
No, I'm asking you questions and you don't know, and that's what my concern is.
No,
because
I
you're
was
the
home.
person who's here. If you know you're supposed to walk outside and get in the car at 7:30, why don't you just do it?
That was not the arrangement of that. She was going to call me and tell me when she was on her way. There's no way she could have came to
So
my
of course
house.
you're nervous because you know you can't reach her. You don't have her phone number. You can't reach the hairstylist. You don't have her phone number. So you just get dressed anyway and sit outside on the porch, right? Right? Not
didn't
really.
have-
Not really.
Well,
so let
she
me ask
couldn't
you a
have called
question.
me.
When'd you find your phone?
It was probably like around 10-ish.
If you know that you were supposed to be in a car heading to Atlantic City, that you were supposed to be doing hair and makeup at 9 o'clock, what are you doing from 7 when you're supposed to be in the car until you get around to getting your phone? What did you think was going to happen after that? How are you going to be able? You were literally leaving a bride and 6 bridesmaids to do their own makeup at the wedding because you lost your phone? You lost your phone and that's bad for you. But I don't understand how you don't just walk outside and be ready to do your job at 7 o'clock in the morning like you're supposed to. What on earth did you think people were going to do while you sat at home trying to find your phone?
I knew she was going to have to get another makeup artist.
You just didn't care?
No, I did care.
Did you call her?
I reached out to her and I texted her.
When did you finally call her?
I don't quite remember the time.
When did
but
she call you?
It was
She
like,
sent me a text message
Yeah.
at almost 3 o'clock p.m.
When was your wedding?
My wedding was supposed to start at 6.
And the pre-pictures were supposed to start at what time?
3, 4?
And that's when you get a text from her?
Yeah.
And what'd she say in the text?
She pretty much said, I'm sorry, I lost my phone, and nobody's trying to drive me to Atlantic City.
Yeah,
That's what
nobody's
she
trying to
said.
drive you to Atlantic City. You missed that boat
Yeah.
at 7 something in the morning. Is this what you do for a living?
no.
I should hope not, because you're incredibly unprofessional, incredibly unreliable. It doesn't even matter to you that you ended up ruining her wedding.
No, it does. It did matter.
Does
to
it?
me.
Because when I read the answer to the complaint, your exact response is, I'm not responsible for circumstances outside of my control. Let's hear about that. Let's hear how this was outside of your control.
The only ride that I had to get out there, which I was responsible for paying the hairstylist, she did not want to be a part of the travel fee at all. So she was not concerned of me getting out there. That was my only ride. And
I'm
the
sorry,
day
you're the
of-
one who needs to... You've made my bailiff chuckle. That's rare. Can you please explain to me how somehow the hairstylist is responsible for you not getting in a car and getting out of Atlantic City and doing the job you were paid for? Or take a bus. So what'd you do?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Can you sue the makeup artist who doesn't show for your wedding? Not just for the cost of the night for the makeup, but for emotional distress.
I think so. I think it's a stressful day not having your makeup artist.
Yeah, but it's a stressful day being a bride. So can you really hang it on the makeup artist? What do you think? If you have to say yes or no,
Yes.
you could get emotional distress.
No.
Oh, okay. You covered your bases well. Good job going inside the courtroom.
I told my wedding planner, she called a makeup artist. She let me know that it was going to be way more expensive than I anticipated. I had no
Well,
choice.
yeah, because they got you over a barrel.
Right.
If I'm a makeup artist and I get a call that says, it's a bride and it's bonanza.
Right.
So what were you charged?
$745.
So that was an extra $500. Do you have the receipts for that?
I do.
Let me see them. Did she do a nice job?
She did an amazing job.
Oh, that's so good. When did you find out that you would have somebody who'd actually show up for their job to do your makeup on your wedding?
Within about 20, 30 minutes.
That's
but,
good.
You know.
What time did they get there?
Maybe 9:30.
Okay, so not
10
too
at the
late.
latest. But it had caused my hairstylist to be late. She didn't show up until well after 11 o'clock. It threw the schedule completely off. We missed out on so many photos, so many video shots. But
That's hard to say when you planned 4 hours of photos and videos. That is the longest photos and video. I'd be so ready to get out of that wedding dress after 4, and now the wedding hasn't even started. The wedding's at 6 at night, and I got my makeup on since what? I mean, you are quite the planner, is all I gotta say. And you had a wedding planner, so between the planner that you are and the wedding plan, I can't even imagine how planned everything was. You got a wedding picture for me?
Yes.
I really want one. Husband, you got something to say, or are you just here for the ride?
She's doing a well enough job on her own.
That is a keeper. That is a keeper. A man who knows when to shut up. Oh, that is rare. That is beautiful.
Thank you.
Congratulations to the two of you.
Thank you.
Lovely, lovely. Lovely. All right, my dear. So you're suing for the additional $500 that you had to pay. Did you end up paying her full fee of $245?
No, I paid her the $70 deposit.
So you paid her the $70 deposit. Mm-hmm. Of the $70 that you paid her as a deposit, was that for the actual wedding day, or
Yes.
that was only for the wedding day?
Yes.
Well, girl, how you going? Then you need that back too, because you want the extra $500 that a makeup artist charged you, but you also want your $70 back because she didn't do jack.
And the $45 from the bachelorette
Well, hell
party.
yeah, we know that. And then the last thing to discuss is $500 for emotional distress.
Yes. That was my wedding day.
No, I know. However, it was pretty quick. We found out how dispensable Michaela was pretty quickly, right? You know, these are breach of contract cases, wedding cases, and I seldom grant emotional distress, but I'm willing to entertain it in this case. Yeah. Now, what I've got to consider is just how much emotional distress we're talking about, because according to you, you were honest and you told me your professionals were the utmost professionals, the ones who actually did show up, and that your wedding planner had it solved in, pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So of course there's a little stress of not knowing if it's going to be done nicely, and not, the waiting and the stress of those minutes. That's worth some. Maybe not worth what you're asking, but it's still worth some. I'm going to order her to pay you the $500 in additional monies because that breach is within your control. You see? That's the stuff you don't see. It's within your control. Something outside of your control might be a hurricane, but that is within your control. I'm an idiot. I lost my phone. I didn't walk outside. I lost my ride. That's within your control. So yes, you're going to pay the additional $500. You're going to return the $70 that she paid you. You're going to return the $45 for the bachelorette party, and I'm going to add another $100 for the 20 minutes of mayhem that she went through. Go to a bar and drink that $100 on, okay? And give yourself a little party and make it count, all right? For a sum total judgment in your favor in the amount of $715.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your wedding. Shame on you.
So the plaintiff is going to collect $715 from the defendant. Ms. Wilson, this did not make you look too good. What are you thinking?
No, I'm just happy that she's satisfied with and getting something back. Didn't mean to ruin her wedding day.
Yeah, I mean, it was You could have done better.
Yes,
don't
I
you
could
think?
have. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. I know you feel guilty, but,
Yes, I do.
and everybody knows it, that's a
Yeah.
problem.
Sorry.
All right, good luck to
The
you.
wedding came out beautiful. That's all that.
Good, okay, all right. Courtney, if you'll step out here. As she said, the wedding came off beautiful, the pictures look good, you look great.
Yeah, no thanks to her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. That must have been panic time for a while, huh?
It was, and it really did cost us a lot of photos. But, you live and you learn.
Okay. How's life?
Beautiful.
Good.
We're married.
Okay, congratulations.
matters.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Harvey?
Okay, I mean, Doug, look, we've always talked about that you can't get emotional distress for a contract case. But if you have somebody who creates intentional emotional distress, then yes, that's a separate cause of action. And in this case, this defendant set it in motion intentionally.